speaking of Raleigh, we're going to bump right into 38128. So we're going to go geographically. We're just going to go a little east of 38127. You can see there on our map. Let's hit Raleigh real quick. All right, here we go. In 2023, we had 32 sales. I had an average square foot of 1537 and an average sales price in July of 2023 of 139,822. 2024, we have more than doubled our sales. A little lower square foot, right at under 1,400, and we're at 135,210. So prices came down a little bit in Raleigh. It sounds like we had more opportunities in Raleigh than we did in July of 2023, especially if the square foot's down and the price is down a little bit. Our demand, simple economics tells you that there's a little bit more opportunity than there was in 2023.
Yeah, and dollar per square foot. I'm not looking at it. It's probably a little bit better. Because that's essentially the same price. But over in Raleigh, which we talked about as you move, there's the Nike Amazon plant on the west side of Raleigh, but that's 45,000 people.
Yep.
Making about $40,000 household income median. And that's, again, do your math. That's about $1,100 on the rental. So a little more. You're getting a little bigger house built in, a little newer, built in 1973 and 1,550 square feet, 1.5. Yeah. So if you look at Kerwin, probably a 1.5.
That's right.
1,500 square feet.
Yeah.
It's about what the sales price.
That's an example of a brick home. That home obviously needs a roof, but that 4135 Kerwin is a perfect example of what I have in Raleigh. I've also got a decent footprint in Raleigh. Those are Raleigh Springs Mall used to be kind of the center hub of it. I used to grew up
Austin P
right over there. It's now a big government facility, so they have some jobs there. But one thing I like to point out, and you're going to hear me maybe say this, and some people think it's kind of corny, but the research that these companies do is undeniable.
Yeah.
But there's a Chick-fil-A and a Starbucks that they just built at Austin P and Yale.
Yep.
Which is in the heart of 38128.
Yes.
That's right. They do not put restaurants and their little coffee joints there if they don't know the foot traffic is not going to be there for years, and even the growth. Yeah. So I know that's a little, maybe a not non-traditional way of doing your research of where you want to be, but there's no sense in doing it twice. If Chick-fil-A's done it and Starbucks has done it, when I say just built, last 6 months, I don't mean last few years. Last 6 months, they just developed that right across from that big government facility there.
I know exactly where that's. Driven by that up tons. And if you want to cater to people who are buying Starbucks and eating at Chick-fil-A, if that's the tenants you want, this is the type of area you want to be in.
That's exactly right. So, if you can, that's the kind of tenant. It's a little bit more expensive meal, a little, a luxury item is buying a coffee in the morning. They must think that market is there to do that.
So we'll support it.
That's exactly right. So I'm really big on Raleigh, one of my favorite zip codes to invest in.